Laco, well known for Flieger watches, has a lot of interesting watches within their portfolio, and for me a big surprise was the series of their squat and sports watches. The Laco Amazonas is one of them, and I'm happy to present. Hello and welcome to Watch Maxie's Watch Videos. My name is Axel and I'm glad to have you on the show. The Laco Amazonas is a really sporty watch, and without getting a wrong tone into it, I consider it to be a real men's watch. It is thick, it is heavy, it's a big watch. In particular on the steel bracelet, it's nothing for thin or tiny arms, according to my perception, although the face of the watch and the appearance is really fresh and creates a light design which is kind of in contrast to the real weight of the watch. So I like it a lot, and I hope so do you, and I'm really pleased to show it to you. This is the second watch in my small series of Laco watches, which means there are two others to come, and I hope you look forward to it. If you'd like to see more of these interesting watches, other brands which have been out of reach so far, you can really support me by subscribing to my channel, help me to become more well known, and I'll be able to present watches which have been out of reach so far and you might be interested in, and keep my channel up and running. And now let's move to the Laco Amazonas. The Laco Amazonas is a real sporty and fresh summer watch which nearly immediately caught me. I like the color accents on the dial, on the hands, and it's a really great and nice looking watch. On my wrist with 17 centimeter or 6 3/4 of an inch, it looks well. It's a fine watch, but it's not a small watch. It's a watch built for men and a man's wrist, as you can see here. It's still comfortable to wear, but it's anything but a small watch. The watch has a diameter of 42 millimeter and a thickness of 13.4 millimeter. As I said, it's not a small watch, it's a big men's watch built for men's wrist. The watch is empowered by a Laco 24 ETA 2824.2, and on the green silicone strap the watch weighs 114 grams, and on the steel bracelet it adds up to 182 grams. So it's not even big, it's also quite a heavy watch, which you will notice on your wrist. The lug width is 20 millimeter and the lug to lug span is 50.5 millimeter. On the back you see a scorpion and a steel case back which is screwed down, nicely done. If you have a very sensitive wrist, you may feel the scorpion. I didn't do that, and I think it's really nice looking. The case is matte all around, as well as the strap, so nothing which is polished. I wouldn't expect that on a sports watch, because it's really catching scratches, and if you have a matte face and a matte dial and a matte case, it's better, and it's less it's better scratch resistant, put it this way. The watch has a water resistance of 300 meter and has Super Luminova C3, respectively green, on the minute hand. The bezel is also equipped with Super Luminova or Super Luminova green. The small crown has a rounded crown guard which looks good. It's not the usual shape. The crown isn't very thick, but still pretty handy, so I like it a lot. The sapphire glass is AR coated on the inner side. The outer side can be ordered as an optional feature. The watch comes with a steel bracelet or two different rubber straps, which I will show you during the video. The bezel has a 60 click rotation and is has a very good grip, but I'll come to that later in the video, because if I say very good grip, I mean very good grip. The clasp is milled, the folding mechanism is solid. And as you can hear, the clasp really closes securely, and while the fold over clasp really clicks in, it can be easily opened without risking your fingernails. So well done. The clasp is going to be opened with two pushers, and you see this little pin which goes into the mechanism shown here, and with the pushers you open it. Let's have a look at some close-up shots of the Laco Amazonas. It's a really well designed watch. The crown has a L for Laco, the crown guard and the case is matte, as you can see here. The bezel is slightly rounded, and the bezel is, oh, here we see the crown, which isn't a really big crown. It's not standing out of the case a lot, but it's still well to operate. And the bezel, as I said, has an extremely good grip. And if I say extremely good, I mean extremely good. I personally have to say I would be conscious with a long arm sleeve or a cuff with that bezel, because I would be afraid to jeopardize my sleeve or my cuff, since the bezel has really well defined edges, and I don't want to say it's sharp, but it has extremely good grip. So just be conscious, that's a summer watch, not a watch made to be worn under a very narrow cuff and a shirt. That's something which really amazes me. I like it, the sound of the clasp. It's so massive, so full, and the massive folding mechanism. The pin is really stable. These kind of closing mechanisms with the pin and the hole here with the little holders on the side, normally I don't trust very much, but with that watch it's absolutely stable. It doesn't move at all. It's completely safe according to my perception. The dial is really nice, and you get a lot of optional add-ups and additional features to that watch. You can see 300-meter water resistance, made in Germany. You can have, for an additional price, the outer AR coating. You have the option to get the watch engraved. So what else can I say? It's a really well-made sports watch with a really well fit of the bezel to the case. The bezel insert is well made. It really fits accurately into the bezel. The inlay is matte, as the dial is, and here we have another close-up shot of the bezel edges, which well, some would say they are kind of aggressive. I've talked to Laco, it can be subject to that particular model, and others are not designed this way. So if I would buy the watch, I would have a look at that feature. If you use the bezel, the way it is designed for, with gloves on. It is perfectly made. If you wear it in the office, just be conscious. Let's move to the night shot. This is the Laco Amazonas, and this is the way it looks at night. As you can see, the hour and minute hand have different colors, and there are different colors on the minute indices and the bezel. The watch is extremely good readable, and it has a exciting design at night, I think. What I do like is the different shades of green, and it's visible from all angles, exactly what I expect from a tool watch. As I show it here, the watch on the steel bracelet retails at 980 euro. If you buy it on a rubber or silicone strap, as I show it right here, the current retail price is 930 euro. You have the option between the black typical diver rubber or a green silicone NATO strap, which is flexible, as you can see here, so you can stretch it a bit. That's really comfortable on the wrist, and if you put it to the watches, it looks like this. The black one here and the green one over there. So no need to look for a fitting green strap if you really want to make use of the color. My preferred versions are the steel bracelet and the green silicone one. Besides the options to change the strap from a steel bracelet to a black diver strap or a green silicone strap, Laco offers a couple of options to modify the watch. I've already mentioned the optional outer AR coating. You also have the option to opt for a movement upgrade from an elaborate movement towards a top movement. You have the option to get a free of charge engravement, which means the first 15 characters are free of charge. Additional characters you have to pay for, and you can change the crown position for an additional fee of 80 euro. So you can have the crown changed from the right side to the left side of the case. So if you want to wear the crown on your right arm and still want to have the crown towards the hand and not towards the elbow, this can be done for that watch and a couple of other watches as well. So from the right side, move the crown to the left side for an additional charge of 80 euro. Not only this model, but a couple of other series offer this option. This particular model is available in 4 different versions. This one with the green minute hands and the green accents on the dial and the bezel. This one is also available in orange, as you can see here, and blue. And in addition to that, the orange version is available with the reduced color accent. Just the minute hand is colored, and the bezel and the dial is black and white. So it's more versatile. I personally prefer the colorful versions like shown here, also available in orange and blue. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you like these kind of videos, you can support me by subscribing and by sharing my videos. This really helps me to get other interesting watches and make other interesting videos. Look forward to the ones to come. Cheers, Axel.